Hello and welcome to Iran Daily News Feed. I'm Kate and let's have a look at today's news. Ahvaz Revolutionary Court has sentenced Farzan Zilabi, a lawyer representing the protesting workers of Haftepe Company, to 1 year in prison and a 2-year ban from leaving the country. Nasser Zarafshan, Ms. Zilabi's lawyer, said she had been convicted of propaganda against the regime in a court ruling. He emphasized that the decision was a punishment for defending the workers. The lawyer had been charged since May of this year, and the Haftepe Sugarcane Worker Union stated these charges are for file making, the oldest trick in the book. Haftepe Agro Industry is the oldest sugar factory in Iran and has been established for about half a century. The company has faced wider problems since it was privatized in 2015, and the company workers have staged several protests in the recent months. The protests led to sentencing of some workers in prison, and despite the cancellation of the company's privatization order, just over a year ago, the Islamic Republic of Iran displayed unlawful, unparalleled agility in executing wrestler Navid Afkari merely because he was brave enough to protest against the corrupt Islamic Republic and its policies. Now, on the first anniversary of the execution of Navid Afkari, the fascist regime has trained its gun on his family members even as they were preparing to honor his memory. Saeed, Navid's brother, was assaulted by security forces when he was paying tributes to his brother. Nearly 100 members of the Iranian community in Canada organized a rally on Saturday afternoon in memory of Navid Afkari. Afkari was executed without notice for the murder of a security guard during an anti-government protest in 2018. The execution took place despite international outcry and appeals to spare his life. He didn't have a fair trial. He was forced to confess under long-lasting torture, and he got executed without telling anyone, even his family, said a few of the people at the rally. Iranian judicial officials charged Navid Afkari with participating in the Bloody November protests in Shiraz, as well as the murder of a security force affiliated with the APFA company, and eventually was sentenced to death. According to the court ruling, Navid Afkari was sentenced to 54 years and 6 months in prison and 74 lashes. Yasser Mangouri, a 31-year-old prisoner from Piranshah, died under torture by officers at the Ormiya Intelligence Agency. According to the report, security forces informed his family that he had been killed but in a clash with security forces 2 months ago. The Kurdistan Human Rights Network also quoted that the story of Yasser's death by security forces stated that he was shot and killed by security agents during his detention. According to local sources who published the news of Yasser's arrest on June 22nd this year, a member of Mangouri's family confirmed the news of his death and wrote that his body had not been given to his family, and they are unaware of the exact cause of his death and date. As stated in the report, Yasser, a welding worker, had previously been interrogated on charges of collaborating with an opposition party. The prisoner was unarmed and detained after leaving home. On its Monday issue, the Sharq newspaper announced the issuance of a new directive by the Iranian Ministry of Education, according to which since May of this year, schools have been banned from giving educational records of the students to mothers. Quoting a few of the parents, a text message was sent us saying that while respecting all mothers, your children's transcripts and grade points will be given only to the father or the paternal side. The report cites other discrimination against women and their rights over their children, including insurance, account opening, grade points, transcript, and buying a SIM card. This is while the Iranian Ministry of Education currently has no minister and is headed by a supervisor, and they haven't shown a reaction yet. The circular has been widely criticized on social media, with users pointing to the many forms of discrimination faced by women in Iran. Under Iranian law, the family is headed by men, and obtaining a passport and a possibility of leaving the country is subject to the permission of the spouse or the father. Accordingly, mothers can't open a bank account for their children, buy a telephone SIM card, or obtain a passport without the presence or official permission of the father. These discriminatory rules in the health department also became so dangerous that the mother can't comment on her child's surgery and treatment without the presence or official permission of the father. Majid Saidi, a well-known Iranian photographer who traveled to West Azerbaijan province to cover the situation of Afghan refugees, has been released after 3 weeks in detention. Saidi wrote in a post on his Instagram account that a lawsuit had been filed against him during his detention and that he had been charged with propaganda against the regime and photographing and documenting sensitive military locations. He did not mention the time of the trial and the institution that arrested him, but he emphasized that he had done nothing illegal. In 2013, Saidi won the Lucas de Lega Association Award for his collection of photographs entitled Life in War, which focuses on the lives of the Afghan people. The award is given annually to independent news photographers who, according to the association, work to defend freedom of information. And that was all for today. I'm Kate, and thank you for the privilege of your time.